Good morning, everybody. So it's another day and it's another pretty hot day. I think we're quite lucky that the weather in Shanghai has been really good, borderline hot. I guess you can see the sun. But we are here at a very famous, I guess, pancake. It's a roadside stall, really very popular. You can see the queue in front of us. We were a little late, but I was hoping that the breakfast crowd would die down, and unfortunately it hasn't. So I'm just gonna wait for a while and then gonna get ourselves some egg pancakes for breakfast. All right, now we are at People's Park. So this is it's giving me kind of like a Central Park feeling. Just well, I mean, yeah, like a park in the middle of the city. It's very near from the pancake stall. So we just took maybe like a 5 to 7 minute walk here. It's pretty nice given that it's a pretty hot day and you get some shades. There are seats around, you can just chill, and there are just many people walking, strolling, enjoying the greenery. Yeah, and it's good that today we had a pretty good weather, so the kids are out. There is a kind of like a small amusement park situation here, so the kids are just there. And now we're gonna try our dumpling. Okay, crunch test. Mm. The crunch is nice. And I just want to show you how big this is. It's very difficult. Yeah, it's quite hard to eat because the whole thing is very big. They literally just wrap everything around. The pancake with 2 eggs, pork loin, so it's kind of like you can add on some meat. We added lettuce as well, and this thing called crackers. So I think it's just like crispy crackers that gives it a bit more texture to your dumpling. And I saw that they spreaded this sauce. The sauce is a little sweet, so it's a good balance with like the egg, the savory meat, and then you get that crunch from the cracker and the lettuce, and just makes it a pretty good balance. So with all the top up, this pancake is 15 yuan, very affordable. And it's I think it's more than filling for like a lunch. Yeah, I wouldn't think this is just breakfast food. So yeah, we're gonna finish the rest of this and we will see you in the next location.
Yeah, 这边随意控干称饮702位，2.6 2斤6两可以吗？
And now for grilling fish that are so fresh. Once you order, you can choose your fish, and then they will kind of process it on the spot and cook it. So overall, this meal is about 207 yuan. And it is fish, and then we have like a small platter and a bowl of rice. Yeah, you could like choose like a bigger set meal. They do have set meal options that comes with a lot more sides. But we wanted to save our stomach space for something else later. They are known for this lychee sweet and spicy sauce, so I'm quite excited to try. Yeah. Yeah, and then you can see that because it's bubbling, splattering, so you have to wear kind of like an apron a bit just in case it gets very splashy. And the staff is really nice. They were just like telling us what to do and how to order, how to eat the food. So we're gonna finish like 1/3 of the fish first, and then they're gonna top up the soup. Then we can add the rest of the ingredients in. But I think first, so the smell is quite fragrant. Like you can smell the sweetness and a bit of the spicy kind of taste. Yeah, so let's give it a try. About this fish is that it's saying that it has like this one major bone, and the rest of it doesn't really have much bones, so it's all flesh. Very very tender to eat. So take a look at this. Oh, the fish is really very tender. And I would say that the sauce is not too much. It's a little sweet, a little savory. I'm still trying to process like whether I'm tasting the lychee because I'm seeing the lychee or because it does taste like lychee. It's not too fishy. It's really very fresh, and of course the meat is very tender. Oh, and the fish is about 2.8 Xing, which is about 1.4 kg. Right? I think it's just nice. I mean, this is a lot of fish, pure protein. So yeah, we're gonna finish this first, and then we will see you in a bit when we top up the water and cook the rest of the ingredients. They're eating, I think, about half the fish. We asked the staff to come and add some water, and then we could cook the rest of the ingredients. So you can see that we have like lotus root. There's some black fungus, some seaweed, some vegetable, enoki mushrooms. So both of us agree that the sauce is very fragrant. You can taste the hint of lychee, the sweetness. It does shine through pretty well, and then after that you get that kind of spicy kick from the chili oil, which makes the both of us just grabbing tissue the whole meal. But the fish is really very tender, very fresh, so you don't really get that kind of chewiness and the hardness from the fish. But everything is really very soft. It absorbs that sauce, which makes it it's such a delight to eat, especially with the rice. So yeah, we recommend this place if you're looking for some grilled fish, fresh grilled fish. We're now at Nanjing Donglu, which is one of the most happening shopping street in Shanghai. And I think this street houses some of the biggest store, including Nike, Adidas, lots of shopping center, and of course Popmart, which we're gonna visit later. And you can just see the amount of crowd that we have. Also because today is a Sunday, so I guess we get the extra crowd here in the afternoon. Let's see what interesting finds that we can find. Let's go. Can you see the lights behind us are all lit up? Very beautiful, very European. You can see the lights from opposite the river as well. Very pretty. So we're just gonna walk along the river before heading to our dinner place. Hi guys, we're at our dinner place, and this place is Bao. So it's kind of like a very popular crab meat noodle place, crab meat noodle rice, and this is what we've got. So again, like if you're using Dianping or Meituan, they often have discount coupons for you. The original price is about $300 over, and we got the discount at 218. So yeah, very worth it. Okay, so our dinner is ready. Shall we give it a try? So here we have the three main dishes. Number one is crab meat rice. So they mix, yeah, crab eggs and then the rolls. I think there are like 3, 4 different sauces that they just mix together with the rice. It's a lot of rice. And number two, we have the cabbage, and number three, we have kind of like a tofu stew. So maybe we try. Yeah, okay, we're gonna try the vegetable first. The sauce is very savory, and the cabbage is quite fresh. I like how the sauce is kind of like a soup, right? It's almost like a drizzling of crab meat soup on top of your vegetable. The tofu, and you kind of mix it with the noodle. I'm gonna try the tofu first. Yeah, it's just very fresh, very seafoody. Honestly, the sauce tastes almost the same as the cabbage one, but I'm gonna try to see how it pairs with the noodle. Very hearty. I like how because the sauce for the tofu is a little bit gooey, like they've definitely thickened it with some starch water, so the whole stew is very thick that it coats the noodle very well. So when you're just eating the noodle, you don't really get the doughiness from the noodle, and you get the sauce, and you can see like visible chunks of the crab roll. Okay, I'm gonna try the rice. This is the one with the three, four different types of crab sauce. Like just a whole mouthful of like crab meat, sauce, crab roll. Oh, and you can taste the vinegar. So like when he was mixing the rice, he added in a bit of vinegar, which is rather refreshing because honestly, with all these going on, like especially if you're not like a super big fan of crab, like you could get quite tired of the taste. So it's nice that there's a bit of the vinegar. And we do have side dishes like kimchi, black fungus, some beans for you to pair. So yeah, I guess this is probably the most crab I've eaten in a very long while. So we're just gonna finish this and then maybe take a walk along the walking street before we head back to the hotel. See you later. Okay, we're back in the hotel and we're gonna savor our cheese egg tart. I think it's an egg tart from Apoli Ita Bakery yesterday. So while we are savoring this, we're also gonna review our day and choose our favorite dish. Which dish did you enjoy the most and why? While I eat this.
I think lunch. The fish.
The yuku.
Yeah.
The grilled fish. Why?
Because it's nice. It's fresh.
Well, I mean, they were literally still swimming.
And it's not crowded.
Yeah. I think that both of us had a bit of a exhaustion from having to squeeze with people after our lunch because I mean the whole Nanjing walking street was just filled with people. Probably also because today is a Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, like along the Bund, along the street, in the shopping malls, like it was quite crazy. And yeah, like I mean, like maybe we're just having a bit of a cultural shock. Okay, I feel like if the Yuko grilled fish wasn't that spicy and oily, I would have chosen that.
Just like the least spicy that they could go.
I know, but like it was still pretty spicy. And well, honestly, can I just say breakfast was pretty nice. Like I mean, like the fish and also the crab dishes are nice, but let's just be real. Like our breakfast, the whole big giant egg roll was 15. Was 15 yuan. Like that was so worth it. Like we had 2 eggs, we had like meat, and the both of us shared the one, and we were both pretty filled. So I thought that was quite pleasant, and maybe because that was when I was the most hungry. Like after that, I was just not hungry at all the way till lunch and till dinner. So that hit the spot for sure. And then I mean that explained the long line. So yeah, how was the egg tart for you?
Given that it's been in the fridge for 1 day, it's actually still quite crispy.
Yeah.
Somehow. Yeah, it's quite nice.
It's flaky, it's crispy, and I like that because it's been in the fridge. So
it's cold.
The middle part is quite cold, quite dense. So it's not like the fluffy type. Yeah, but also I think this is.
It's the best thing I've had from Apoli.
The donut was nice though.
It's not my thing.
Okay, yeah, I really enjoyed the donut. Like that was kind of my favorite yesterday. So yeah. All right, so we're gonna finish this and then we will call it a day. Okay, good morning or it's a kind of good afternoon, everybody. It's a really cold day. I think we woke up to a 10-degree difference from last night. It was probably about 10 degrees Celsius this morning and it was pouring. So we thought to take it slow, head out in the afternoon. And in the meantime, we're going to order some takeout for lunch. So something that's, I think it's pretty unique and also pretty convenient in China. especially in big cities like Shanghai, is that the food delivery is super convenient and super fast. So you have many options, especially if you're in the city. You can, order anything, any cuisine, and typically it would take about 30 minutes for it to be delivered to you. We have the Xiaoyang Shengjian, so it's kind of like a pan-fried stickers, but in the ball form. We had it on the first day when we tried the crab version, but this is, you can think of it kind of like a chain store. It's pretty popular. We saw it yesterday at Nanjing Walking Street as well. Nigel's been wanting to eat this for the longest time, so we wanted to get this for lunch today to give it a try. So we got the 3 flavor combo. You have the vegetable. I believe this is probably the shrimp one, and then you have the meat one, which is the original. They are known for their crusty bottom, so later we'll see how crusty and crispy it is. Here, the vinegar dipping sauce. And after 3-4 days of Chinese food, just wanted to switch things up a little bit. So we are trying out their local hamburger place. I mean, we could always get Shake Shack, but we wanted to see how it would be different coming from like a local store. This is fries, kind of like a thick cut fries. This is the egg tart. So this is again another combo that's on discount, pretty affordable. The whole meal costs us about 80 yuan, and it comes with a soda. And last but not least, here we have the burger as well. So you can see there's a beef patty, pineapple, some vegetable, onions, tomatoes. Right, so we're gonna try the food now. So the first stop that we're gonna try will be the Xiaoyang Shengjian, so the shrimp or the pork. Oh, do you see that? It just burst. There's so much sauce inside. You can see that. And as usual, I made a mess. Alright, we are cleaned up and we are back. That just show you how juicy it is. So much sauce inside. So that was the meat version. Very flavorful. I would say that the meat is slightly chewy, seasoned, and I would say that the vinegar sauce that they provide is a good balance, because with the sauce it does get a little bit greasy, and because the meat is obviously not all lean, so it does have those fatty bits, and the vinegar cuts through and just provide that more refreshing balance. And I feel like because it's a takeaway, naturally the bottom wouldn't be as crispy as as if we get it like fresh on the spot. But it's still fairly crispy. I think it retained that crustiness. And again, it adds on to the texture of the Shengjian bao. Again, very crusty bottom. The shrimp is very nicely minced. They did add a bit of some spices to it, so it's actually very different from the pork one. But it's very interesting. It's almost kind of like those barbecue meat spices that they add to your pot sticker. And I would say that it's probably an acquired taste, especially for people who are not so used to the Chinese spices. And last but not least, we have I believe this is kind of like chives. I'm not very sure whether there's meat inside this right now. I'm just going to show you how it looks like, because the flavor is pretty interesting. First thought is just pure vegetable, though they kind of clump together, so I'm sure there's some binding factor there. All these 3 taste very different, but somehow they pair pretty well with the vinegar. Though I have to say, personal favorite, I would still go for the original, just because it's like a familiar flavor, very simple, very straightforward, pairs really well with the vinegar. I'm really excited to see how this tastes, because I'm a fan of, not so much of a fan of adding fruits in savory food, but I do think that pineapple pairs well with meat. Well, some people may hate me for it, but yeah, it's just like it brings out that fresh, refreshing, and tartness to the greasy meat. So let me get this. So I would say that the pineapple was actually a little bit too overpowering in this case, because the meat is not super flavorful. It's actually more on the chewy side. So it's a little bit bland. And then when you pair it with the pineapple, so like the whole mouth, I feel like was just chewing pineapple. Yeah, well, but the portion is big. Though the flavor wise, I think the Shenzhen bao definitely wins in this meal. But yeah, given that this is 40 yuan, and you get like a super huge burger, rice, drinks, and an egg tart. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal if you're not super hungry. Hi everybody. So we are here at a Hotpot place because today was really cold. After kind of like a few hours of shopping, we decided to try a Hotpot place here in Xing. So this Hotpot place, it specializes in like quite a few signature soup base. They have the more herby one. They also have the spicy and sour one. We got a mix of both. The yuan yang, where you can kind of choose more than one soup base. And we went with the kind of like a set meal that they have on Dazhong Dianping, where it comes with 3 choices of meat dish, 2 vegetables, 1 side, and 2 sets of dessert for the both of us. So we're gonna see how this goes. In general, their service is really nice. Ever since we stepped in, she was very nice going through all the different choices with us because we had no idea what is what. And then like the desserts just came, and so are the rest of our side dish. Alright, so let's go dish by dish, and we're going to start with the meat. So this is their signature 9-second beef. So according to the name, you cook it for 9 seconds, and it will optimal doneness to eat. It is also really thinly sliced, and it's kind of like a mixture, and it's supposed to marinate for a few minutes before you eat it. Last but not least, we have the kind of like a spicy beef. Here is marinated in a sweet and spicy sauce with bamboo, and honestly it's pretty fragrant the moment that she poured everything out. And of course we have some cabbages, some vegetables as a side. We also have a side. This is kind of like mochi, made of glutinous rice, crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. It's brown sugar sauce on the outside. We do have some desserts as well. I think this is kind of like fruit jelly, not least our soup base. So on the right hand side, we have the herby original soup, and on the left hand side, we have the sour and spicy soup. Kind of intimidated by the amount of chili here. Let's hope that it's not too spicy. All right, we are trying the 9-second beef without sauce first. It's chewier than I expected. It's not like a thin sliced beef where you can, it's not like shabu shabu where you just put in your mouth and everything just melts. And also the reason why she say that it's best for the whole beef to change its color, and I understand why, because it has a thickness to it. We cooked it in a spicy and sour soup base, and yeah, it complements very well, and yeah, it's very tender. So even though it has some chew to it, you wouldn't feel like you're just chewing for it. No wonder it's a signature. We're gonna try the sweet and the sour and spicy marinated beef in the sour and spicy soup. They say that this could be a little bit hot, so we're gonna try. Are you ready? I'm gonna try the bamboo first. Oh, oh, the bamboo is marinated really well, and that also means that it's very sour and spicy. Um, but I would say that it's very fragrant and pretty nice. This, I feel like it has definitely lost the sourness from the marinade after cooking in the soup. Yeah, generally still very nice, still chewy, fresh, very tender. Yeah, so yeah, interesting how three types of beef are giving very different vibes, texture, and taste. So yeah, we're gonna finish the rest of our meal, and we will see you later. Okay, hi everybody. We're back at the hotel. It's a rainy day, so it felt like we didn't really do much, or okay, I wouldn't say buy much, but I think we were quite limited in terms of where we could go today. So we're back from Xing, which is where we had our dinner, and we're gonna rate again our favorite dish for the day. And we have a surprise segment today because we made a few purchases that we are very excited about. So okay, I'm gonna ask Nigel first. What was your favorite dish of the day?
Tomorrow we didn't really eat much, but it's not a dish, but it's dinner. I think it's quite an authentic experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we had Hotpot, and I think in general the service staff they're quite welcoming, and like if they see that you're a tourist, they will already guide you through each step. Like what's how do you eat this in the best way? What brings out the flavor the most, and all those. So I think because of all these, and also the food was quite good. Yeah, the meat quality was quite fresh and everything. So yeah, quite like it.
Yeah, in terms of the quality, and I think for experience, naturally dinner will be my top option, my top pick as well. I will have to say though, I think 300 over yuan for a hot pot is not considered affordable. Yeah, I think at the local in the local scene, like it's probably the higher end, and that's also why there weren't that many people in the restaurant. And the reason why we could get so much attention from the service staff. Yeah, but I think in general, when people found out that we were tourists, be it this restaurant or other restaurants or other shops, they are generally quite nice and they are very patient to go. Yeah, we're gonna show you our buys for today. So obviously we didn't go to many places, but we did go to one, and that was the Popmart Hirono shop.
Specialty shop.
Specialty
Only
shop.
sells Hirono's like stuff.
Yeah. So okay, we're gonna show you today. So we have the pop bean, and then we have Nong Hao. So yeah, I mean, I feel like the more I stare at Nong Hao, the cuter he gets. So like, very glad that we got the purchase. And this I think is a series 6 for Hirono shoulder. It's focusing on your face, so it's gonna. Yeah. Okay. So this is actually a clock. Yeah, we do the clock.
It's quite heavy.
Yeah, so it's like a stone, right? I feel like it's a stone.
Rock.
So you can see that it's a clock. And how does it look? It doesn't really show you how it looks, but basically it's like kind of like a stone. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna show a picture there. But yeah, it's kind of like a stone clock, which we thought was very unique. This one is Nigel's favorite. I'm just gonna get it. Okay, Nigel can explain what this is.
I don't know. It just looks very nice. Like, I think. Okay, let me show you an image of it. It's just a statue.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
it's quite big,
display.
At least 22 cm.
Yeah, it's a 22 cm statue of Hirono. I think we were just quite like intrigued by the design of it. So kudos to the artist, because I think we came to Shanghai without knowing much about Hirono, but really, but really fell in love with the design and the artist. But yeah, that's all. And we hope that the weather tomorrow will be better, and we plan to do some walking and maybe revisit some of the places that we didn't get to go yesterday.
We'll also be changing our hotel tomorrow.
Yes, so we'll be changing to a hotel and strategically close to Disneyland Shanghai. So yeah, we will see you tomorrow.